Well, hi everybody, old Gare out here at the indoor fishing shack by the fireplace. After that cold front come through, this is a pretty good place to be right now, right by the fireplace. And happy Thanksgiving. We hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving day. Now this is airing on Black Friday. There's only two good places as far as I'm concerned to be on Black Friday. Right here by the fireplace if you can't get out to the lake. But the best place on Black Friday would be right out on the lake catching crappie. How about that? Well, we hope you had yourself a nice Thanksgiving. Boy, you know, this week we had that cold front come through. My golly, 30, 40, 50 mile an hour winds, some tornado watches, and rain. Oh my gosh, it was been pretty tough fishing the last few days. But old Gare has digged up some good fishing reports for you. So we have some crappie reports coming your way. Good crappie fishing for the old boys, the tough boys and gals are going out there crappie fishing. Bass fishing getting stronger for bigger fish. You have to work at them for them. But the rock crawler and the wiggle warts are starting to pay off. And so we have a lot to talk about here on today's Fishing Chums Fishing Report. Want to thank the thousands of viewers that were with us last week, and we just have been having a great time here on Fishing Chums, haven't we? We had a lot of fun. Hey, before I move on, I do want to remind you that Kathy and I have some great photos coming your way at the end of the program. Some kids stuff, good photos of guys and gals. I know you're going to enjoy them, so don't go anywhere. I do want to say thank you, Mary Phillips. Look at this. Beautiful artwork. Mary Phillips is a wonderful artist, a lot of wildlife art. She's from Kimberlin City, and she got this beautiful artwork to me. What she'll do is do the artwork, and then she'll print them on canvas. This is canvas. Absolutely gorgeous. I've seen her work of crappie and walleye and bass, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And you know what I'm going to do with this, Mary? I am going to, at the fishing shack, you've seen my backdrop. You've seen the crazy picture of those dancing bears. The dancing bears are gone. They're gone. This is going to be my new backdrop. You know, I was just thinking a minute ago, I tell you what you ought to do now. They don't know I'm going to do this. But I think this would be a great Christmas gift for that sportsman in your family. Now, I'm not getting anything out of this, but I just think that if you would like to have something like this for a gift, contact us at fishingchums@gmail.com, our email address, or go to our Facebook and get on our page there, and you can find out more information, and we'll get it back to you. How you can get one of these beautiful art work that Mary does, and she puts it on canvas. Boy, photo. Oh, great. Thank you, Mary. We'll make good use of this. Okay, like I said, at the end of the program, we have some great photos coming your way. So I think it's time to go fishing, Kathy. Let's go.
Fish and Chums!
Well, that's right. Here we are, Thanksgiving week. It's been cold out, and then we had this big major front come through. It's been kind of miserable fishing, but there has been a few people out there toughing it out, picking up a few fish. In fact, I want to start the show out today by showing you something a little bit unusual. Have you ever seen, Kathy, I'm just going to have you cover up the fireplace. That's the best thing to do on this situation here. Look at this smallmouth bass. This is what I would call a calico smallmouth bass. Look at this photo. Isn't that beautiful? You don't see many calico smallmouth bass. It looks just about like a peacock bass, but it's a smallmouth. And I thought you'd enjoy that photo. Pretty cool. All right, let's go out to Beaver Lake. I got this photo from Hooked on Fishing Guide Service. Boy, they're good fishermen. They were out on Wednesday after that front. You know how fishing's always tough after a big major cold front. It's clear skies and it's windy and yucky. But they were out on Wednesday and picked up this nice striper with live bait. Pat and his dad from Pennsylvania. Boy, I bet they enjoyed that pull on that striped bass. And that was out at Beaver Wednesday after that cold front. Thank you, Hooked on Fishing. Now, ahead of this cold front, they've been picking up some nice stripers out at Beaver. So this will turn back around and they'll get on those stripers again. And there's been some good crappie fishing at Beaver. They've been picking up some fish on small jigs, like 32nd ounce jigs. Chartreuse has been good with the pink head, I understand. Some people have been tipping it with a small minnow, getting over the brush piles and around the docks out at Beaver. And they've been picking up some bass. A few people's been bass fishing out there. Bass fishing's been good on wiggleworts, and they've been picking up some fish on swim baits and jigs, and once in a while, slow rolling with spinnerbait. Below the dam at the outlet, down below the dam at Beaver, there's been some really good trout fishing this week as well. So look at Beaver this weekend. Yeah, if the weather is bright, you can catch some fish. And thanks once again on Hooked on Fishing Guide Service. Good photo of that striper. Let's go out to Table Rock. My golly, there's been some nice fish caught at Table Rock. The bass fishing's been decent. You have to work for them. You really have to work for them. My wonderful friend Carla and I were out a couple days ago ahead of that front. Windy, it was real windy, but fishing those 45-degree angles, banks with some rock crawlers and also wiggleworts. And you can pick up some fish, but boy, you have to work at it, that's for sure. But I do want to say, Josh Moorhead, I've got this photo through him and his buddy Vern, I believe. Vern was out a couple days ago, and look at these two beautiful bass that Vern caught. Isn't that nice? Good going, Vern. Really nice fish. And by the way, Rose Jones was out there again the other day. She's been picking up fish. I know she's like the rest of us working for them, but when you catch them, they're real nice size fish. So good going. The old wigglewort. Don't overlook the wigglewort. In fact, Carla, show them what we were using the other day. That's it. Put a little color to it sometimes. Yeah, there you go. Good photo, Carla. So try some wigglewort and rock crawlers out at Table Rock. And also they've been picking up some fish around the docks. I've had good reports the last few days. The dock fishing, pitching some jigs around some of the docks. And slow rolling spinnerbaits can be good as well. Some people are still picking up some fish, a few fish out on those long gravel points using a Ned rig. Other people are picking up a few fish by using drop shots as well in that 30-foot water plus. So, and this is the time of the year you want to start going back into the major creek arms. Like I said, the last couple of weeks, start looking for those big clouds of shad down around 30, 35 feet of water. They may be over 80 foot of water, but they're suspended. And once you find them, you can see those streaks with your locators, the bass going through. Get down there with a grub or a spoon. Oh, that can be a lot of fun. Hey, there's been some crappie showing up out at Table Rock this week. We had about 4 different reports of crappie being caught around some of the docks. Small jigs, 32nd ounce jigs, especially if you can find some docks with brush on the bottom of it and get down there and pick up yourself some crappie. I've had good reports. Also, I've had reports up the James, some of the sunken brush piles. Get out and see if you can catch some crappie at Table Rock this weekend. And let's see, what else is going on? We've had some reports of some pretty good catfishing up in the James River arm. I've heard on cut shad, so check this out. Lake Taneycomo, Taneycomo has been pretty good. They've been running generating water. When they're generating water, drift fishing white power eggs right now, the Berkeley power eggs. A week or the last couple of weeks, they've been running water over the dam, when the outlet was open, and but they pretty well shut that down. But anyway, when that water was coming over the gates, quite a few shad come through, and so the trout are in there feeding on those shad. And so you can use white power bait or white jigs, 16th ounce jig, slow rolling it. If they're real fussy, not running much water, go to a 32nd or 64th ounce white jig, pitch that out with light line, catch yourself some trout this weekend. And you're still picking up some fish drifting night crawlers as well at Lake Taneycomo. Let's go to Bull Shoals. Bull Shoals is kind of like Table Rock. They're picking up some quality fish, not a lot of fish. You have to work for them, but the bass are really quality fish, about halfway back into the creek arms. and out on some of the points. Rock crawlers are good. Wiggleworts, that's good. And they've been getting back in the creek area, slow rolling some spinner baits, and they've been picking up some fish on jerk baits as well, I understand. And so check out some bass fishing at Bull Shoals. You have to work for them, but you can catch them, that's for sure. And, you ever go trout fishing down below the dam at Bull Shoals in the White River Arm? Gosh, I love to do that. It's so beautiful, and the trout fishing is phenomenal. In fact, Del Colvin, Del, gosh, he guides out of the Bull Shoals boat dock at Bull Shoals. He had a party out a couple of days ago, and look at this photo of the week. Del with this beautiful brown trout. Isn't that a gorgeous colored trout, brown trout? And I know that the party he was guiding limited out on rainbows as well. So Del Colvin, photo of the week. If you ever want to go trout fishing, he's a great guide. He guides out on Bull Shoals, but he also guides on that White River. Boy, good fishing. A few walleye have been caught. A few, not many people fishing at Bull Shoals for walleye right now. But they've been using, especially on some of these cloudy days we've been having, windy days, get up on those windy points, get out there with spoons on the points, maybe 15, 18, 25 feet of water, or also grubs. And some people are using some night crawlers, jigging night crawlers, picking up some fish. Not many, but the quality, they're really nice sized walleye when they do catch them. And the crappie fishing's picking up out at Bull Shoals. I've had good reports around some of the docks, vertically fishing small jigs, jigging minnows, and around some of the brush piles. So get out there. And the one thing about Bull Shoals right now, when you do catch a crappie, it's really quality size. So Bull Shoals looks good. Out at Stockton, we've had reports. It's been a little spotty with this cold fronts and bad weather, but the people who've been going out ahead of that front earlier in the week picked up some nice crappie back up in the river arms and some of the brush piles, and we're 15 to 25 feet of water, jigs, jigging minnows. So check out Stockton for the upcoming weekend. Some really quality fish have been caught there as well. And they've been picking up occasional walleye by fishing the points at the lower end of the lake, as they've been doing for the last few weeks. It's tough. You have to work at it, but you can catch yourself some nice walleye on occasion by using small spoons. And I've had reports, of course, a half a night crawler and a jig head working. And some people have been trolling out there, flicker shads occasionally picking up a walleye as well. Pomme de terre, Chris Patton was out. Look at this photo. He was just out yesterday and picked up some nice crappie, just enough for the dinner table. And Chris was fishing Lake, of course, Pomme de terre, and they've been fishing around some of the docks using small jigs, 32nd ounce jigs, throwing it up there around some of the styrofoam docks, picking up crappie. And other people have been going out and around some of the bridge pilings and some of the brush piles out at Palmy. Sometimes they're really getting some nice fish at Pomme de terre, nice crappie. Okay, at Truman, same report as last week. Some people, the diehards, are still sticking with the flats and getting out in that pole timber and standing timber and those old hedgerows, picking up some crappie, vertically fishing them. Other people are going to the cedar trees. But now quite a few people are going and fishing crappie in the winter pattern at Truman, going to the lower 1/3 of the lake and fishing the bluffs, the bluff ends, and getting down around 15, 20, 25 feet of water, using small jigs. Some people are using jigging minnows and catching some nice crappie in that winter pattern around the bluffs at Truman. Few people have been picking up some catfish out there as well on some of the points and flats. Cut shad is the best bait for that. Then once in a while they're getting some hybrids, and once in a while picking up some white bass out there as well. Okay, let's go out to Lake of the Ozarks. Boy, dock fishing is going to be the thing at Lake of the Ozarks this weekend, if the weather's decent. Get out there and shoot some jigs up around some of that styrofoam docks. And so around the dock fishing has been good, and they're catching some good quality fish as well. Small jigs, I'd say maybe a 32nd ounce. Other people getting around the docks that have some of the brush in them and vertically fishing the brush piles, picking up some nice crappie at Lake of the Ozarks. Other people are still going out on those points and secondary points and occasionally getting in some fish on the top of the brush piles out there as well. But I think dock fishing is going to be the thing at Lake of the Ozarks this weekend for crappie. Few bass have been caught out there on jerk baits, also wiggle warts. So try a little bass fishing this weekend at the lake. At Norfolk, as we said the last couple of weeks, a lot of shad have moved back into the creek areas at Norfolk. Some of the stripers are going back there, doing their predator things, and you might pick up a striper. But they also been picking up some bass about halfway back in the creek arms and some shad piles, and using some small spoons. They've been using some jigs and also throwing some crankbaits out there as well. And they're picking up some nice crappie at Norfolk as well in about 15 to 25 feet of water. Once in a while picking up a walleye out there as well. I want to go to the tip of the hat for the River Runners Women's Fly Club. Boy, they were out a couple of weeks ago at Roaring River. Look at Gina and Pam. Boy, all the girls. There's about 30 of them that went up to Roaring River a couple of weeks ago, and they caught some nice trout. Boy, isn't it wonderful to have a great fly fishing club. Ladies, good going. Love you girls. Keep it up. Well, I want to thank you very much for being with us today on Fishing Chums Fishing Report. Be sure to like and share for you people that's fishing, for you people that's watching over on YouTube. And a lot of you people that used to watch on YouTube are watching on Facebook, but that's okay. But be sure to like and share, and be sure to subscribe. Kathy put that up there. Just push that button and you'll never miss out on any of the action on YouTube. And we want to thank all the thousands of viewers on Facebook. Gosh darn, all of our groups, thank you very much. And if you'd like to send us some photos or fishing information, email us at fishingchums@gmail.com. Have some great photos coming your way. I got some great photos. But want to thank you, and once again, we hope you had yourself a good Thanksgiving. And try to get out this weekend if the weather's right. I know you can catch some fish. And send me your photos. Happy outdoors, everyone. God bless you. Check you next week right here on Fishing Chums Fishing Report.